Welcome back, folks, to another exciting episode of Let's Play Star Trek Online. As always, I'm your host, J-Squared John Jeremy, and last we left off, we have arrived here at Drozana Station after encountering the Davidians. And, the Davidians are a, extra-dimensional race where they steal the life force, basically, from, people of our dimension for use for their own, energies. And right now, we're going to be heading toward the cargo bay of Drozana Station to do some repair work. Now, I know this is beneath the level of a Klingon warrior, but we need to get some answers, and apparently I can't beat the information out of the Ferengi, although I wish that was an option. Makes sense to be an option, right? So here we are. There's a Traitor Federation Klingon guy around there. Alright, run diagnostic on station replicators. Will do. I recall this. Input request. Run diagnostic. Action unavailable. Replicators are offline due to diminished function of electroplasma distribution network. Run diagnostic on electroplasma distribution network. 30% drop in power reported on deck 1. Replicators are offline until power fluctuations are repaired. What is the cause of the loss of power on deck 1? Unknown. What must be done to restore power to deck 1? Power must be rerouted through systems to relieve strain on EPS conduits. The following systems are available for this process: holosuites, gravity control, replicators, environmental control, defense grid. 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. Alright, now we need to hail the engineering team. Contacting the power book now. Captain. The biggest problem you're going to have repairing anything on that station is the age of the system and the general lack of maintenance. Drozana was built in the mid-23rd century, and many of the systems on the station haven't had a major update in more than a century. So you're dealing with an EPS system that just can't handle the strain of running modern equipment like replicators. I did some digging in our database, and I found a log written by a member of the House of Duras responsible for maintaining the station in the early 24th century. The log says that you'll need to regulate the power flow by routing it through various subsystems. It's almost like you're using those systems as ancient circuit breakers. What do you suggest? The first thing you should try is scanning some of the damaged systems and power couplings in the cargo bay. You should learn more about how to properly realign the relays. Why don't I just beam you over here? You seem to know a lot about the situation. Wouldn't that be the smart thing to do as a captain? You know, beam over the crew members who are able to do this thing. Scan. It looks like someone used an outdated power coupling to connect gravity control to the main power feed. It must have been an emergency fix, but it's here so long that the coupling is fused and cannot be removed. Gravity control can connect to environmental control on the defense grid, but not replicators. Oh, it's gonna be one of these things, huh? I remember this. This was a pain in the ass. Scan. When you find a snarl of wires and cables that look like they've been chewed on by voles, you realize that not every system may need to be used to make a successful reroute. Some systems may need more than one connection. The holosuites have a separate environmental control system so that they can be finely tuned for temperature conditions appropriate to the various scenarios that are running at any given time. Environmental controls cannot connect to holosuites. Overjoy! Holosuites. What else can I scan here? Environmental controls. Balin found a way to keep the station's ancient bar coolers working by connecting the cooling systems to the replicators. Unless that connection is maintained, all the refrigeration units will go offline. Replicators must have a connection to environmental controls. Okay. What else do we have here? Scan burned up power couplings. The EPS relays on the station are a maze of shunts and relays, with patches going between unrelated systems and even to power cells that are being used to boost flow in critical areas. 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. Alright. Hey, why don't you get off your ass and do something, Garlianto? Garlianto, what the hell? Alright. Well, the Klingons who ran this station in the early 24th century made it significant improvements to the station's shields and added turret weapons. While it made the station more defensible, it also increased the amount of energy needed to keep the station's defense grid operational. The fourth connection must be to the defense grid. Alright, so no matter what, the fourth connection must be to the defense grid. Got it? Scan damage power coupling. There's a shunt that is slowly diverting energy from the station's power cord to the hollow emitters installed on some of the lower levels of the station. You'll need to compensate for that energy drain to restore replicator function. The connection must end with the system to which you are attempting to restore power. So, the fourth connection must be to the defense grid, and the last connection must be to the replicators. I missed one thing. I missed one thing to scan. What did I miss? Apparently I didn't scan the replicators. The Ferengi operating Josana station have made replicator function their top priority. The replicators are now tied to every available system, including life support. Start with a connection to the replicators or the power connection will fail. So I need to start with the replicators and I need to end with the replicators. Got it. Realign station power flow. Well, gravity controls can't go to replicators, right? No, stop. Oh, I can't rescan. Engineering report? Okay. Here's what we know. Gravity control can connect to environmental control on the defense grid, but not to replicators. Replicators must have a connection to environmental control. Got it. Okay. Okay, start with this. Good. And then we'll go here to environmental control. Good. And then we'll go to gravity control. Good. Now the fourth one needs to go to the defense grid. That's number 4. Come on now. Good. Fourth power transfer successful. The fifth one goes to the hollow suite, and then the last connection is back to the replicators. I figured it out. Haha. Oh. Damn it. Engineer report. Defense grid, defense grid. Okay, so not every system may need to be used to make a successful reroute. Some may need to be used more than once. Got it. So when I get to the defense grid, I go back over to gravity control. No, I can't go to gravity control because it doesn't. I need to go to the replicators. So I need to go to the environmental controls and then back to the replicators. Got it. Okay, we're gonna try it that way now. 1, 2, 3. Come on. 4. 5, and here we go. Good job, John. Station replicators online. Report to Balon. So, one failure in that, but that's only because we didn't remember the part that we needed to reroute twice through one system. Good job. Get your Comet cocktails. 4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes. I fixed your replicators. Your replicators are working. They are. And I am exceedingly pleased by your generous offer to repair them for no compensation. I can't let you go away empty-handed, though. How about I give you a 15% discount on drinks and souvenirs for an amount of time to be determined by management? We had a deal. The replicators for information about Zamara. Fine. A deal's a deal, right? Never let it be said that I cheat a valued customer like yourself. Personally, I don't know why you're so interested in her. She's a looker, but just try talking to her. She's more paranoid than an Obsidian Order agent in a room full of Tal Shiar. Zamara usually hangs out near the Dabo tables. Keep an eye out for a looker wearing purple. You can't miss her. Alright, so she's over here somewhere.
Dabo with Lita is a licensed product of Quark Enterprises.
Dabo with Lita. Where is she? Dabo. Coming over here. Ah. Here you are, Zamara. Be careful. They're watching. They who? Shh. Keep your voice down. I'm being watched. I've seen too many familiar faces in the crowd, and there are shadows. Watchers in the dark. I see them out of the corner of my eye when they think I'm not looking. But I'm always looking. When lights change, there they are. I was sent to help you. You weren't sent to help me. You were sent to watch me. Cayman needs me to keep feeding information to Klingon intelligence. People come here, and they drink, and they talk. It's amazing the bits of information you can pick up around a Dabo table. Everything, even the smallest detail, is important. Captain Gerard was here last week. He ordered blood wine, an entire bottle of the 2309 vintage, to be exact. That business with the House of Torg must have upset him more than we knew. When Gerard's happy, he drinks Warnog. Tell me more about what happened to the House of Torg. If you do not know this story, then perhaps you should spend less time drinking and more time paying attention to the games between the great houses on Kronos. The Klingons fight more than one war, my friend. The battles among the houses will shape the Empire more than the battles against Starfleet. But you seem pleasant, if naive, so I will tell you what happened. Torg was on the High Council until he made a play to destroy the House of Martok. He was partially successful. Maven, son of Drex, is dead. The house has no heir unless Drex takes a new mate and fathers a new son. But Martok's widow is wise. Her son Drex is far away from the homeworld fighting Starfleet. So Lady Sorella called for warriors to defend her house. They exposed Torg's treachery and Jimpalk was forced to discommendate him. As to why that would make Gerard unhappy, Torg raised Gerard after his mother died. Now he is an outcast, and his house has fallen. Gerard cannot speak to him without losing his own honor. I cannot believe a warrior such as yourself does not know these things. Are you trying to discover what stories people tell of your deeds? Yeah, I actually am. What can I do to help you? Find out who is watching me. I'm not safe here. Starfleet intelligence is looking for me. They know someone has been feeding intelligence to the Empire. The ghosts are watching. Their eyes are hungry. Yesterday they surrounded a drunken Nausicaan. Now he's dead. They will find me when the blue light shines. And then I'll disappear. I know what the ghosts are. How could you know that? You may think you know. You may even have readings in your tricorder that you think are right. But you don't know. How could you know? I'm here every day. They watch me, and I watch them. I can take you someplace safe. No. They're everywhere. They're watching. You've been here too long. Someone will notice that we're together. Go do something else. Play Dabo. I'll contact you when I'm ready. When it's safe.
This is your lucky spin.
Alright. I need to play Dabo now. But I've still never understood. Play Dabo.
Spin the wheel and win.
How you doing, Lita? Let's see. Where can I play Dabo?
There are Dabo tables at Drozana Station and Quark's Bar, Grill, Gaming House, Embassy, and Holosuite Arcade on Deep Space Nine.
Why didn't it say Paradise City on Nimbus 3? Must have been later edition.
Spin the wheel and win.
Tell me more about the Dabo wheel.
Our wheels are made on Ferenginar and fully certified by the Ferengi Gaming Commission, so you know your bet is safe and the table is fair. Bet safely and bet often. Spin the wheel and win.
Tell me more about the icons on the Dabo wheel.
Each icon on the wheel has 3 values: color, number, and shape. The colors are red, green, and blue. There is no color on the inner ring. The numbers are 1, 2, and 3, and the shapes are squares, circles, and triangles. The more matches you make, the more you win. See? This is easy. That's why so many people love to play Dabo.
I have no idea what you just
Spin
said.
the wheel and win.
Are there any special icons on the wheel that I need to know about?
Yes. The swirls are wild, which means that they count as any color, shape, or number. Wild icons count for Dabos, and a Dabo made up of all wild icons is the second highest payout in the game. The yellow shapes are quarks. You'll get extra high payouts with quarks, and a quark Dabo is the biggest win you can get. The gray shapes are DS9s. They have a high payout too, and a DS9 Dabo will fill your pockets. Black holes are purple. They're null spots. Too many of them and you won't win at all.
Got it.
Spin the wheel and win.
What can I win?
All bets are paid out in gold-pressed platinum. There's a full listing of the payout schedule on the info button. There are vendors on Drazana Station and DS9 that have special items that can only be purchased with Latinum. Oh, and remember, if you don't play, you can't win.
Now you're gonna tempt me to do this whole Latinum thing, huh?
Spin the wheel and win. Latinum is a girl's best friend.
What is a Dabo?
Dabo! If you match all the colors, numbers, and shapes in a single slot, you win a Dabo. That's when all the Latinum will start adding up. You'll be able to buy your own moon in no time.
Okay, if you match all color, all numbers, and all shapes in a single slot, you win a Dabo. Okay, that makes sense.
Spin the wheel and win.
Can I play with my friends?
Of course you can. Everyone bets on the same wheel. Your bets are represented by red lights, and the other players have yellow lights. You can hover your cursor over those lights to see who's playing and how much they're betting. The highest winner is reported each round to the entire table, and if you click the last 5 games button, you can see your history of play.
That's pretty cool. I don't remember if they had multiplayer Dabo when I was last playing the game. I don't think they
Spin
did.
the wheel and win.
Tell me about Dabo with Lita.
Dabo with Lita is a fully licensed product of Quark Enterprises. All rights reserved. Spin the wheel and win.
Tell me about yourself, Lita.
Sure thing. I'm Lita, the First Lady of the Ferengi Alliance, but I used to live on Deep Space Nine and run these tables. After the Dominion War ended, I left DS9 with Rom to live on Ferenginar. He's Grand Nagus, you know, and I'm so proud of him. But my old boss Quark was losing profit, so he talked me into posing for this hologram. I'm still not sure it was a good idea, but Quark is family. I had to help him out. And if the players are happy with a hologram, well, ready to get lucky. Spin the wheel and win.
All right, let's go ahead and I guess we'll go through the Dabo tutorial.
Place your bet and keep your eye on the wheel. You start by setting the amount of your bet in energy credits or gold-pressed Latinum. Then, select the slot you want to bet on. You can bet on up to 3 slots at a time, and bet up to 100 energy credits or gold-pressed Latinum per slot. Click the Place Bets button when you're satisfied with your bets, and that's it. If you win, you'll be paid for the results of each slot, and that can add up fast. Your luck has to change
Okay.
sometime. Spin the wheel and win.
All right, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try and play Dabo. So I need to bet on slots. Got it. Got it. Slot bet everything. 100. 100. Damn it. 100. All right. Bet there. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, shit.
4,
Meters are pretty snazzy.
2, and 13, 11. Go. Place bet. Did I win?
Dabo!
I won 200 gold pressed Latinum. Well, there you go. Was that a Close enough. I couldn't wait for you to get that lucky. We would have been here all night. Zamara wants me to give you a message. She wants you to know if you're interested in finding out what's really going on here at Drozana Station, you'll need to check out the lower levels. I have an access code for you that will get you past the security doors. If you want to talk to her again, I suggest you collect your winnings and catch her before she leaves. Got it. So return to Zamara. So you can do that. You can play Dabo at Drozana. You can play it over at DS9 and at Nimbus. You can get Latinum. And with that Latinum, you can spend it here. Not here, but here with Grelin.
Hey, hands off her.
And you can buy these things here. So things like a... I'm not entirely sure what you would use this for. It alters your ship's appearance using holographic technology. It will burn out after 1 hour of use. So, not sure why you would buy these. If they burn out after an hour of use. Subspace party amplifier. Start a dance party. Subspace party nullifier. Personal hollow emitters. Again, they burn out after an hour of use. Why you... I don't understand why you would do that, but okay. Sure. The trophies I would understand. And the costumes I would understand. So... But that's going to be a lot of Latinum for those things. And the party amplifiers I would somewhat understand. So they're not necessarily, you wouldn't necessarily do it for a whole bunch of things, but there are a couple things here, especially if you were trying just to get all these things here. All the trophies and the costumes. Shuffle Dance Manual. Oh, I see. Unlocks the Shuffle Dance for all characters in your account. Got it. Okay. So, those are options. If you want to spend your time and do that Dabo thing. It's random chance, though, I think. So, good luck with that. Talk to Zamara. Are you ready to talk now? You don't need to worry about me. I'm going to leave this place to the ghosts. They seem to belong here more than we do. I've booked passes on the ship. You don't need to know which one. Just tell Kane that he'll keep getting his intel, one way or another. Good luck to John. You're going to need it. Captain, there were Davidians in the Natu system. Now you've found evidence of them again on Drozana Station. Obviously, they're using the neutral zone as some sort of hunting ground. We cannot allow these creatures to feed on warriors of the Empire. I've requested sensor data from ships closest to the comet's current location for analysis. But that is only half of our problem. If properties of the comet are somehow easing the Davidians entering into this area of space, we need weapons capable of destroying them. You're not Thrak. Thrak is a Gorn. Recommendations. You're a Thrak. The closest research lab is on Gnalda Station. I recommend that we consult with the team there. Consult with research lead Belair on Gnalda Station. Will do. Beam up to the ship. So that was a nice little tutorial of Dabo. If you guys want to go ahead and have your fun trying it out and see if you can get all those Latinum trophies. I don't know why you would spend the Latinum on hollow emitters. Especially if they burn out. It'd be a waste of Latinum. I don't like wasting Latinum. Alright, so we've made it here now. Now we need to go to actual space. Space. The next final frontier. Alright. Take a look at our map here. Head towards Gnalda. Sure. So we've got that set now. But yeah, so interesting. Was there Latin? There was Latinum. I remember there being Latinum when I last played with the Federation and got that far. But I don't remember things like the costumes and pets being Latinum or Lobi based. In fact, when I played the Federation, there were no Lobi crystals to begin with. So that's a thing. Sure. What are things discounted here? Bortosk bundle. These are discounts. These crazy prices. What this is. Crazy prices. What are my legacy unlocks? Gelki Companion, classified access codes. What did I get here? Grants access to the captain's table, exclusive social space. Sure, claim. Transaction successful. Fluidic Space Tribble, Horta Combat Ally, Pet Select Club, Photonic Tribble, Polytrinic Acid Horta, the original series bundle. Oh yeah, I remember that. But it's only for the Federation stuff. It gives me the Federation interior, access to the shuttlecraft class F with included pet, black and white TOS style Type 2 phaser variant that increases in effectiveness as you level. I remember that. Career Officer, I'll just claim that. Title Courier, go ahead and claim that. Crash Test Triple, claim that. Triple of Borg. Exocomp, Borg Bridge Officer Proto, but our character cannot use this item. Triple Proter. Blood Wine Emote Retailer Bonus. Con Emote, an X Ship Registry. Yeah, okay. Ganalda. Ganalda boasts an advanced orbital base that serves as a rally point for Klingon fleet forces near the neutral zone. Ganalda 4 hosts a Klingon colony ruled and subjugated indigenous populace. We conquered them, basically is what they're saying. Oh, more players are here. Go to Ganalda Space Station. Will do. Romulan, RRW, Burrell Bird of Prey. We have space for your vessel, Commander. Would you like to dock with the station? Sure would. Sure would. All right, another station now. We need to consult with research lead B. Eller. There you go. And commodity vendor again. Time to play Domjot. What are you? Talk to Menbet. Hold on. Skill trainer. Aha. Hold on here. Skill trainer. Let's see here. What do you have? I can respec if I wanted to. Oh, good. This is an opportunity for us. Hey, guys. Based on what I've picked out so far, maxed Starship energy weapons, weapons training, projectile training, or projectile weapons, maxed hull repair. Assume that I go max warp core efficiency, flow capacitor, shield emitters, shield systems, some medic weapons proficiency of PS generator. Based on those selections, would you say that I should respec into something else from my playstyle so far? That's my question to you all. Research lead, Bel Air, Torbach, and then security officer. Let's talk to you. Hello. Research consult. Cayman told me to expect you. Tell me about yourself. My mother was a servant who served the House of Dagor before it fell. I have no idea who my father was, and I really don't care. Since I'm not of noble birth, I didn't have much of a chance of becoming a high-ranking officer in the KDF. I served on a starship for a year or so, but I hated the life of a common soldier, and it didn't help that I'm more handy with a hyperspanner than a batleth. Cayman helped me get this position. Now I study capture technology and weapons and figure out how we can best use them for the good of the Empire. How do you know Cayman? Cayman has friends in many places. I first met him when I was a warrior on the IKS Asbetor. I hated serving on a warship, and I hated my sadistic wretch of a commanding officer even more. When Cayman contacted me, I was suspicious. We all know the rumors about Klingon intelligence, honorless plotters who hide in the shadows and dishonor worthy warriors to suit their plans. I even heard tales of KI operatives being hidden in ship crews and trying to overthrow their captains. Cayman wasn't like that. He didn't ask me to spy on my fellow soldiers. In fact, usually he was the one helping me. If Cayman's taken interest in you, John, take advantage of it. His help can do a great deal for you. How can you trust someone from Klingon intelligence? Ha! You sound like my mate. She's always worried that one day I'll be exposed as some sort of spy. She, huh? Well, there's a confirmation of homosexual marriages in the Klingon Empire. Or if not marriages, then unions of some sort. I'm sure that there are Klingon intelligence operatives out there who are as slippery as a Taka eel and scheme like Romulans. The law says they can't be challenged to battle, and that makes me nervous. What recourse do you have if one is working against you? Cayman is different. As far as I know, he always told me the truth. He acts with honor, and I respect that. Cayman is serving the best interests of the Empire. That's all that matters. I've found evidence of Davidians in the neutral zone. I know. Cayman has been keeping me informed. I have an item that might help. It's a prototype weapon that was found on the USS DeWitt. Really? The ship that I blew up? How did you find that? I didn't pick up any weapons. I will need to make some modifications to it to make it useful against Davidians. That's nothing I can't handle. The weapon is called a synchronic distortion prototype rifle. If my changes work, the weapon's secondary effect will be devastating against phase-shifted Davidians. I'll send the finished weapon on to Cayman when I'm done. Fight well, Dijon. The Davidians have no honor, and they think of nothing but their own hunger. You have a mighty battle ahead of you. Captain, we're done with what we can for Zamara. We have the information we need about the Davidians, and Belar is working on a weapon we can use to fight them. I suggest that we report back to Cayman and see what he has to say. I am still wary of Klingon intelligence, but Cayman has given us no reason to not trust him. Yet. Are you ready to leave the system now? No, I'm not. Because we've got some other opportunities here, like Torbak and Menbet. So let's see what Torbak has to say. Compete in a Klingon house battle to earn honor and glory and increase the renown of your house. Ah, he's the PvP guy. We're not necessarily ready for PvP, guys. Arena. Arenas are the purest form of combat. You will be working as a team to kill your enemies. Let nothing stand in your way. To enter an arena, you can either use the Q system or you can fly to a system labeled as an arena in the Omega Leonis or Eta Eridani sector blocks. Scenarios. Scenarios provide a way to test your skills in combat against an enemy team by competing over a set objective. The objectives will differ based upon the field of battle, but still, all will require a great deal of coordination in order to obtain. To enter a scenario, you can either use the Q system, or you can fly to a system labeled as a scenario in the Omega Leonis or Eta Eridani sector blocks. Well, there you go. Then we've got Menbet here. Do you seek to fight for the Empire? Ah, I see. Conquering the weapons of war zone. War zones will have you compete as a member of a team in order to secure materials on a map before your enemies can claim them as their own. You will have to balance obtaining resources with disrupting your opponent's ability to do so. To enter a war zone, you must fly to Envok in the Kronos sector, Kegun in the Nomad sector, Ota in the Chanas sector, or Karat in the Donatu sector. So, I'm assuming that's another PvP thing? Or something around that lines, but, you know, that's going to be a thing that we're not interested in right now. Maybe in the future. Oh, good. Nice little symbol here. Haha, I like it. So, we've got the information from Belair that she's working on a new weapon for us to fight off the Davidians. We need to report back to the Klingon intelligence officer about our findings, and we shall see what happens with the Davidians next time on Let's Play Star Trek Online. Until then, this is J Squared John Jeremy signing off, saying so long and take care.